Absolutely. And I just want to let everybody know that we are doing this live stream to help crowdsource the Kickstarter campaign for Tommy D's book, Stranded on Death Row with Tupac, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Uh, Now you're offering a couple special bonuses for the backers of your Kickstarter for the book, Stranded at Death Row with Tupac, Snoop Dogg, and Dre. We do need you guys to help us crowdsource this thing.
And
Can I,
the title might be changed too. I don't know. That's something else we're dealing with. We have to find out if we can use that title. You know what I mean? So that's the whole legal thing. That's what's to kind of, we have to do the legal stuff for the book too. So I just thought I'd mention that. But go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
oh, you're fine. You're offering some bonuses. Can you tell us a little bit? What's the tape that it's saying that's being listed?
The tape, that's, you talking about the audio tape or the videotape?
The cassette tape.
That's just going to be a bunch of beats. That's going to be a surprise. Actually, I didn't know you were going to ask me about that. I thought that was going to be a big surprise. That's going to be
Don't give too much away. Don't give too much away. Just a taste of what it could be.
going to be some Tupac remixes that I did, that I kind of produced with acapellas that I had. An unreleased Scarface with Corrupt. I can say that one. A couple other things, all with that death row sound. So maybe I'll throw in a couple songs. We worked on the soundtrack for the All Eyes on Me album, which I still haven't heard anything about. Have you by chance heard about the soundtrack, anything?
I haven't heard anything about it, and I've been looking too and reaching out, and I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I probably recorded 30 artists that told me that they were told by LT that they were going to be on the soundtrack. Did a lot of stuff with the Outlaws. And actually, speak of the Realists, did a great song. The Realists did of All Eyes on Me, a remake with like a talk box. The beat just killer, and the Realists raps. It's as if Tupac were still alive now. That was supposed to be the theme song to that, and it might have. ASAP Fergie did a song with Edie from the Outlaws that was supposed to be in the movie and the soundtrack that I don't think made it, which is very interesting. ASAP Fergie's talking about, I can't understand what he's talking about really, because he's twisting the words around, but it's a lot of talk about Death Row East. I don't know if he's talking about the past or the future. You'll have to wait to hear the song and figure that one out.
Now, for all those listeners out there, it's safe to say that for the backers of this project, there's going to be some unseen video that you've never seen before and some unheard music. So I just want to put that out there. We do have to be kind of careful about what we say because this thing isn't completed yet. We're just getting this thing off the ground. But stay tuned because the bonuses to this project, Stranded on Death Row, is going to be huge, and all the true fans out there are going to like it. If you got time for one more, Tommy.
I got all day, man.
All right.
So at least do an interview now where I can see you. All the interviews I've done have been where I can't see the people, except for the one the other day on the Eminem show, which thanks to Ben, he's been putting all these things together to get the ball rolling on the book. I think he wants to
shout out to Ben. He's been working his ass off.
Yeah, he's been going crazy. I mean, he's got us the interviews, and I think now he's really got the ball going. And because there's times where I thought to myself, maybe I don't care if this book comes out, because like, if it comes out, it comes out. But now I want it to come out, and then just because if you're a Tupac fan, like one time somebody asked me, "Man, you must be a big hip hop fanatic," and I said, "Not really." And it was just a job, I just fell into the whole hip hop thing. I never sought out looking, to work with Dr. Dre and all that kind of stuff. It just happened. And I guess I was lucky and fortunate to be the stories that they haven't been able to hear that are true. And when I go to my grave, everybody can enjoy it.
Chewy in the live stream asked what your involvement in the Are You Still Down album was.
I think I did 6 songs on that. I did some extra drum programming for the Outlaws because the Outlaws actually produced that. Ricky Rouse somehow said he mixed the songs and was the producer. I don't know what happened with all that.
Gotcha.
Mix master, he must. I wonder, is he a producer? Because he sure is into that talkbox thing. But the talkbox, if he really wants to get, is that Electro Harmonics one, the quick use. It's really hard to find, but that's the one that does the cake. But they say that the talkbox thing, when you put the tube in your mouth, it's really bad for your teeth because it shakes them so bad. That's what I was told.
Yeah, actually, he did. He produced a couple of 2PAC'S earlier songs before he had come to Death Row Records. DJ King Assassin. He's pretty well known.
He did he do anything for the shoot Thug Life stuff?
I believe it was around the same era. He did Real Bad Boys. So it was right around the 93, 94 area.
Yeah. One thing I kind of forgot, but I realized just recently was 2Pac and Thug Life. I had a studio in this mansion on Sunset a long time ago, and I come home, there's all these cars out front, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on in the studio? But the guy's gone. I call him in Chicago. What are you doing? He goes, oh, Thug Life is using the studio for 4 days. I gave him the keys to the studio. I said, dude, there's like 50 cars here. So I had a studio below the studio. I put all my cars in all my keyboards and stuff in the car and drove them over to my girlfriend's house. Because I was like, this some shit's gonna go on. I called him in Chicago. I says, this Thug Life up there, man. But Dwayne Nettlesby was producing the sessions. It all worked out. There was no problems. But so I guess I didn't even realize 2Pac had recorded in my house. I was living there for 4 days, wait before he went to Rikers Island.
I guess looking back at everything and your career on Death Row Records, what is your favorite moment? If you had to name one, what was your favorite moment of your work done at Death Row Records?
Yes.
I know that's a loaded question. I'll give you time to answer.
I think up at Dre's house when we did Natural Born Killers. Oh, okay, yes, definitely. Natural Born Killers because Ice Cube came up there to do his vocals. And Dr. Dre was like acting kind of weird. He's like, oh man, we have to deal with Cube. We got to deal with Cube. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And I understood what he meant. Because Cube gets up there, he's really into like knowledge and stuff. He starts telling us about, this is the first time ever I heard about the Illuminati stuff. He was telling us about like in Vegas, how there's like in the XXX signs and Exxon and all the and it didn't make sense to me at the time because I didn't know anything about the Illuminati and stuff. And he's saying, Dre, you got to understand this. Dre, you have to realize this. He's going on about this for like an hour and a half. and Dre's not saying anything. Q just talking and talking and talking. And then finally, Craig left and Dre was like, whew. And I thought, oh, now I know what he meant. But I really enjoyed it because the stuff he was saying was crazy, you know, about all that kind of stuff in Vegas with the signs. But I didn't catch on later really what he was talking about until I investigated more about the Illuminati stuff. Now, okay, let me tell you about that. We're at the studio in the morning. This white kid comes in. Hey, I'm here to meet 2Pac to do a song. And we're like, okay, cool. And I'm thinking he's known 2Pac forever or something, the way he was acting. I find out later, but okay, so he comes in and 2Pac says, yeah, I got this one beat. They throw it up and damn, John B killed it. He did some vocoder stuff. That was one of the few times we used the top box thing. Just killed that song, man. It was beautiful the way it was done that day. Then somehow down the line, it just got all kind of messed up. And that original version of that song is the bomb. And as it turned out, he ran into 2Pac in the parking lot of Ralph's and said, I want to do a song with you. And 2Pac said, go to the studio. I'll meet you there in 2 hours, which is kind of like the pizza guy saying, I want to do the song. He said, you're next. So he didn't even know John B. And he walked in like they were best friends and they cut that song like that. And